It's reasonable to think that appearing on reality television can be beneficial for launching or growing business ventures. Many individuals who gain recognition on reality shows often explore new business opportunities and brand partnerships. Mauricio Umansky is one example. He built a successful real estate career after gaining visibility from his appearances on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. He has acknowledged that his time on the show opened doors and provided valuable networking opportunities. Umansky went on to launch the agency, a real estate firm, and later starred in a Netflix series titled Buying Beverly Hills, which debuted in 2022 and continued for 2 seasons. As he evaluates future opportunities, Mauricio Umansky uncertain about returning to reality television or rejoining RHOBH. Mauricio exclusively spoke to Briefing on Bravo about being on reality TV and how it's helped his career. The Bravo Liberty was in Australia to participate in the Australasian Real Estate Conference, AREC. It's been fun, he said of being recognized by RHOBH fans while down under. I've been mobbed a little bit, but I'm okay. Mauricio reflected on the positives and negatives of having his own show on Netflix. During the 2-season stint, he was joined by daughters Alexei Umansky and Farah Al-Jafri as they took on the real estate market in the most prestigious residential area in America. I used reality television to build the agency, he said. The sacrifice of being on reality television is great. If you asked me today if I would do that again, I don't know. It's an amazing marketing tool, but the sacrifice is your life becomes so public. Mauricio looks ahead to new adventures in Australia and beyond. Mauricio split from longtime wife Kyle Richards in June 2023. His dating life is now a source of tabloid fodder. People think they know you from what they see on TV, but they don't really know who you are. It can feel like a real invasion of privacy, he shared in a candid moment, reflecting on life in the public eye. Despite the constant attention, Mauricio isn't slowing down. In fact, he's embracing the chance to explore international opportunities, and he has his sights set on reality TV in Australia. You never know. I've already put myself out there, so I'll do buying Sydney, I'll do buying Australia, I'll do it all, he said with a grin. With his trademark drive and charisma, Mauricio is ready for whatever comes next, and it just might include real estate deals and beach views down under. Behind the curtain, Mauricio Umansky and the price of fame. The early morning sun filtered through the floor-to-ceiling windows of the penthouse suite in Sydney's central business district. A breeze danced through the open balcony door, rustling the crisp pages of a luxury real estate magazine perched on the coffee table. Mauricio Umansky stood with a steaming cup of long black in his hand, gazing out at the skyline. Australia felt different, new, vibrant, and strangely anonymous. For a moment, he allowed himself to breathe. Back in Beverly Hills, anonymity was a foreign concept. His face, once just a familiar name in LA's luxury property circles, had become a regular feature on television screens around the world. From The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills to Netflix's Buying Beverly Hills, Mauricio's life had shifted from high-stakes negotiations to camera-ready confessionals. The world watched his business grow and unravel as fame brought fortune and with it scrutiny. But none of this had been part of the plan. The accidental star. In the beginning, Mauricio was content to operate behind the scenes. Kyle Richards, his then-wife, was the reality TV personality. A former child star with a luminous presence and a deep Rolodex of social connections, Kyle had been the one to open the doors to Bravo's RHOBH. Mauricio, on the other hand, had only ever wanted to build something real. I was a real estate guy, he once said with a shrug. I wasn't trying to be on TV. It just happened. At first, his appearances on RHOBH were occasional, family dinners, birthday parties, cameos that barely scratched the surface. But as the show's popularity surged, So did the audience's fascination with Kyle and Mauricio's seemingly perfect life. The cameras crept closer, the storylines grew deeper, and suddenly Mauricio was no longer just the successful husband in the background. He was a Bravo Liberty in his own right. With visibility came opportunity. In 2011, amid the growing success of the show, Mauricio launched the agency, a high-end real estate firm designed to disrupt the traditional brokerage model. He leveraged his growing fame to attract elite agents, prestigious listings, and global clientele. The red A logo of the agency quickly became synonymous with opulence, ambition, and, perhaps most importantly, authenticity. But there was a cost. The public price. The sacrifice of being on reality television is great, Mauricio said during an interview in Sydney for the Australasian Real Estate Conference. If you asked me today if I'd do it again, I don't know. He paused after those words, running a hand through his salt and pepper hair. The room went quiet for a beat, the hum of the city outside filling the void. This was not a rehearsed quote for a press release. It was a moment of honesty. Reality TV is an incredible marketing tool, he continued, but the sacrifice is your life becomes so public. His voice didn't tremble. It didn't need to. Everyone in the room knew exactly what he meant. For years, viewers had followed the ups and downs of his marriage, dissecting interactions between him and Kyle as though they were episodes of a soap opera. Tabloids magnified minor disputes into clickbait headlines. And when Mauricio and Kyle announced their separation in June 2023, the news exploded across social media like a wildfire. I never imagined my personal life would be entertainment for millions, he admitted. It's weird. You walk into a grocery store and people look at you like they know you. But they don't. The divorce was a turning point, not just in his personal life, but in his relationship with fame, building more than just homes. Despite the headlines and heartbreak, Mauricio remained steadfast in his commitment to growth. The agency expanded to international markets, with offices across the US, Mexico, Canada, and now potentially Australia. The Netflix series Buying Beverly Hills, which debuted in 2022, brought his daughters into the spotlight. Alexa Umansky and Farah Al-Jafri, both agents at the agency, joined their father in navigating the high-stakes real estate game on screen. The show offered a new kind of family business dynamic, one rooted in mentorship, legacy, and ambition. It was surreal working with my daughters on the show, Mauricio reflected. It was part reality, part business, and a whole lot of learning. But being both a father and a boss came with its own complications. The cameras didn't always capture the tension behind closed doors, the long nights, the pressure to perform, the unspoken fears of failure. Still, the series was a hit. 2 seasons in, Buying Beverly Hills had proven that there was still an appetite for Mauricio's unique blend of business acumen and quiet charisma. And now, halfway around the world in Australia, new possibilities were brewing. Down under, eyes forward. It's been fun, he said, flashing his trademark grin. I've been mobbed a little bit, but I'm okay. Mauricio was enjoying the novelty of international recognition. At RHOBH, where he was invited as a keynote speaker, real estate professionals treated him like royalty. Fans asked for selfies. Brokers pitched deals. Young agents hung onto his every word. It felt good, different, energizing. You never know, he said during a media panel when asked about his next move. I've already put myself out there, so I'll do Buying Sydney, I'll do Buying Australia, I'll do it all. It was half joke, half strategy. Because behind that disarming smile, Mauricio was always calculating. Not in a cold, corporate sense, but in the way true entrepreneurs do, scanning the horizon for the next big thing. And Australia, with its booming luxury markets in Sydney, Melbourne, and the Gold Coast, offered fertile ground. The man beneath the brand. For all the headlines, Mauricio remained, at heart, a man shaped by values deeper than vanity. Born in Mexico and raised in Los Angeles, he understood the power of reinvention. His mother, Estella Sneeder, was a renowned therapist and author. His stepfather, Jeffrey Hyland, co-founded one of the most respected real estate firms in Beverly Hills. From an early age, Mauricio was surrounded by ambition, intellect, and elegance. But he didn't ride coattails. He built from scratch. He cut his teeth in fashion before finding his calling in real estate. He started small, selling modest homes before climbing into the rarefied air of nine-figure mansions. When he founded the agency, he did so with a clear mission: to create a brokerage that put people before profits and culture before commission. The agency isn't just a company, he often said. It's a movement. And in many ways it was. Agents spoke of the firm's collaborative spirit. Clients praised its authenticity. And Mauricio, even with the cameras rolling, never seemed to lose sight of what really mattered: relationships. Reflections in the rearview. In the quiet moments, like now, watching the city wake up from a hotel balcony, Mauricio sometimes wondered how it all might have been different. What if he'd said no to Bravo? What if he'd kept his marriage private, his business small, his profile modest? Would he still be here, sipping coffee in Sydney, fielding offers to expand his empire on a different continent? Or would he be back in LA, content but invisible,